Okay guys, back. I just got out of the TARDIS to do this. Okay, Scott, we kick off our Nitro with well, you know, we might do a little pre-tape of these group of guys showing up, which is Scott Steiner, Buff Bagwell, Billy Kidman, with Tori Wilson, and the Perfect Event. They're exiting a limo or something. Then we cut to them coming to the ring, and Scott comes out, cuts a promo, and says essentially this: he's sick and tired of these old hicks taking our spots, and you know what? We even let him cut promo on Ric Flair during this thing, because he's just sick of them. And then Nash comes up on screen and says, "Hey man, I'm the one that gave you the opportunity in the NWO. If it weren't for me, you'd still be stuck with your brother doing tag team things and jobbing to other guys and this." But thanks for your thanks. You're gonna be you and Buff. You're gonna be teaming up again in the main event, and you're gonna be taking on two guys of my choosing. And I'm not gonna tell you who they are until before the event, because remember, I'm Big Sexy and I'm the big boss around here. So we do that, guys, and we do that. And he also sets up this match: Billy Kidman and the Perfect Event taking on the Filthy Animals and Booker T. And the Filthy Animals, of course, Konnan and Rey Mysterio. And they're going to recruit Hooven to join them pretty soon. Okay, maybe that will be at the Thunder taping after this. Okay, then we go to a hardcore title match: Terry Funk taking on Norman Smiley, but Funk manages to get the win there. Then we go, we have a break, come back, and we hit him hard with a 6-person Cruiserweight Open #1 contenders match, Elimination style. And in this match we have the Artist, Lash Laroux, Psychosis, Kaz Hayashi, Evan Karagias, and Crowbar. Okay, Lash Laroux gets eliminated first. The Artist gets eliminated second. Kaz Hayashi gets eliminated third. Evan Karagias gets eliminated fourth. Psychosis is the last to go after a big move by Crowbar. So Crowbar is heading in to Slamboree as the #1 contender. So he's the challenger of the month, guys, for the Cruiserweight title. And then, of course, we have our special guest of the night, David Arquette. So we'll be promoting this for a while throughout the night. And so he's going to show the trailer for this new big hit movie, Ready to Rumble. He comes out, shows the trailer, and then we hear the Champs music. Jeff Jarrett, he comes out and says, "Hey, great to see you, David." He says, "You know what? It would have been better had I been in your movie, and why wasn't I?" sort of thing, blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah, he said, David Arquette says some smart-ass remark. Jeff Jarrett gets pissed off. He's about to hit him, and then out, jump the rail. DDP comes out, Diamond Cutter, and they celebrate in the ring. So essentially, this is to do two things: to promote Ready to Rumble, get DDP a little bit of payback after what happened the previous night. So, and set up a possible rematch for the next pay-per-view. So we managed to accomplish all those goals in probably what would be about 10-minute segment, including the trailer, because we want a full-length trailer for this movie. Because I actually kind of like the movie. I didn't really mind it so much. It kind of got screw-if in the middle of it, but yeah. And then we hit it with another big event: Sting versus Lex Luger. What do you know? And then we have, before the break, we have Kevin Nash coming out of the ring. I think by now his ankle would have healed, but enough for him to maybe appear at the show, maybe backstage, maybe do this in backstage if it hasn't. And we essentially sets up the match. Scott and Buffer in the ring. They've had their entrances and everything. And he announces that it's going to be Sid and Kurt Hennig. But Scotty manages to pin Kurt, and I think that's pretty much the last you see of him. Oh no. Probably see him for a little while longer. Slamboree! Slamboree! Okay, as I said, we've got our match between Chris Candido and Crowbar. They bring both ladies to the ring. Well, you know, chaos ensues, but Candido manages to get the win here. Guys. Then we go to the hardcore title match. The new recruit, Mike Awesome, taking on Terry Funk, the old man. Guess what? Power bomb through a table, or awesome bomb through a table. Terry Funk's done. He's been beaten and bloody and crazy, and he's an old man. He can't do this anymore. So really can't do a Texas accent, guys. Stop letting me do that. And Awesome leaves, and maybe we do a stretch a bit. I think that would be great, you know, to put over. Hey, this guy fucked up Terry Funk, and he's kind of proud of the fact that he has. So he's still pretty much a heel, and coming off the heels of what had happened and everything, I think that would be a great idea. Fatal 4-way for the tag belts. Harris Brothers defending against the Filthy Animals, the Perfect Event, and Chronic, who are back, who are there with a vengeance because they want those belts. Here we go with the elimination order, guys. The Filthy Animals get eliminated. Most likely that's Ray taking the pin. I know that's kind of a easy way out. Perfect Event, I see Palumbo taking the pin in that. Harris Brothers, it doesn't really matter because they're both alike. It wouldn't really be hard. They try some twin bullshit, but you know what? Chronic sees it and they just maybe a failed switcheroo or something, and Chronic managed to win. They're the new tag team champions, and guess what? They're going to hold on to those belts for a while because during this era, tag team is going to be important. So, yeah. WCW US title, Booker T versus Lex Luger. Now, the way I see this coming about is after Sting beats Lex in that Nitro match, he comes out on Thunder or the following Nitro and says, "Hey, I need to get back in the title hunt." And the way I see it doing that is by beating the US champion and taking his belt, and that means you, Booker. So Booker T says, "Hey, no way you're rolling over me that easy, man. I fought too long and hard to get this belt, and now I'm going to do whatever it takes to hold on to this belt. If you think you got the gut, if you got the guts, step up. But I'm going to take you down, man." Lex says, "No way. I got my bitch Elizabeth with me. We're going to take that belt off you." But I think around about this time, Liz was getting ready to leave. So. But Booker T managed to get the win because we need to get him over. We'll get some big plans for Booker T. Shane Douglas versus Ric Flair. Shane came back around this time too. Shane, the way I see Shane coming back is he just comes out, cuts a promo on Ric Flair. This is what I stuffed up last time. Okay. Because I forgot to include it. Shane Douglas wins because he hits Ric Flair with a crowbar. manages to get the win because the crowbar is handed to him by a guy in a balaclava. And so Shane gets the win, he leaves the ring. And the guy with the balaclava comes into the ring, picks up the crowbar, and Ric Flair manages to get back to his feet, turns around, looks at the guy in the balaclava. The guy rips the balaclava off, only to reveal that it is David Flair, and he takes another swing at him with the crowbar, and Ric's like, what the heck's going on? Sort of thing. And that's how the match ends. Guys, that's how that match ends. Then we go to a 6-man tag. Scott Steiner, Buff Bagwell, and Billy Kidman, with Torrie Wilson taking on Hulk Hogan, Sting, and Curt Hennig. Kidman manages to get the win here after hitting a shooting star press after Scotty takes out Hogan with a lead pipe. The other two guys are brawling on the floor, so Sting's messed up with Scotty and Kurt's stuck with Buff, and so Billy just manages to get up to the top rope, does his shooting star press on Hogan. 1, 2, 3. Billy Kidman gets the win, and he's like, I want genuine shock on his face that he managed to pin the Hulkster. Brother. So then we go to a steel cage match. Jeff Jarrett with versus Diamond Dallas Page. He comes out with David Arquette and Kimberly. So Kimberly and David Arquette are outside the ring, standing by close to that door. And every time DDP calls for the door to be open, David's there going, come on, come on, Dallas, sort of thing. And then he gets close, and then he grabs the door off the ref and slams it into his head. And Kimberly's like, what did you do that for? What did you do that for? And David Arquette, who's wearing a jacket, I should have mentioned this, he's wearing a jacket, he unzips it, reveals an NWO t-shirt. So, yeah, we do that, so we still have him join, but it's just, for this match, Jeff Jarrett comes out, he's like, yes. So, yeah, we still do something here. We still do some interesting shit, but oh, people are gonna hate me for doing this. Okay, we're gonna do the Nitro after, guys, and then that's gonna be it for this video. Kevin Nash comes out, says the NWO aren't happy with the new blood. And as a result of this, he's coming back. He's stepping down as commissioner, but he's picked his successor, and that successor is Larry Zbyszko. So Larry comes out and he books a bunch of matches. He books Billy in a match. He books Mike Awesome in a match, and he books the Perfect Event in a match, and he books the main event, which is Kevin Nash and Jeff Jarrett teaming up to take on Scott Steiner and Buff Bagwell. Okay, so yeah, okay. Billy Kidman's taking on Konnan. Billy manages to get the win here. He snakes the win, and yeah, the hardcore title, it's Mike Awesome versus Brian Knobbs, but again, similar result, Mike Awesome manages to get the win. Okay, Ric Flair comes out. He's like, woo! He's patched up after the night before. He's emotionally wrecked. He's like, what the heck is going on? He says, David, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? It's very similar to what actually happened, because I actually liked that storyline. I just didn't like the fact that Vince Russo was a part of it. It should have been more focused on like David, and it's very similar to the build-up. It's like He does do the house tour, but it's by himself. And we don't know who's shooting it. This thing. Maybe we do it. Maybe we do it this with Shane Douglas. I don't know. It's like this is like before Slamboree. This is shot. We do stuff like that, but for this feud. But for this segment, we just have David essentially like there holding the crowbar and looking very crazy, like he hasn't slept in like 16 days or some bullshit. And he says, David says he is sick of living in. I'm sick of living in your shadow, man. The new blood have shown me the way. Like, I'm not a part of them, but I see what the point they're trying to show, and I'm in support of them. I might not be a member, but I support them and their message. It's time for you to step down, old man. Get out of the way, or get it run over by the David Flair Express. This cuts is very serious promo. It says, "I'll see you at the bash, Daddy." Yeah, sort of thing, okay? And then we go in the US title scene. It's Booker T versus Shane Douglas. Booker T manages to get the win because guess what? Booker T's he's a star on the rise. So then we have Perfect Event, the Filthy Animals, new recruit Juventud Guerrera. He's joined the race. He's teaming up with Rey Mysterio. They do some high flying shit, but guess what? They need the Perfect Event to get a win here, and so they get a win. Okay, and then we go to the main event. Kevin Nash, Jeff Jarrett taking on Scott Steiner and Buff Bagwell. Ref gets knocked down. Jeff goes for his guitar, and guess what? He hits Nash with it. He hits Nash. With it, Scott pins Nash. Jarrett hugs Scott, but Bagwell hits Jeff with the pipe. So we thought we were having Jeff Jarrett leave the NWO and join the New Blood, but no. Guess what? No, we do that. I give you a little swerve, a little swerve. Okay, I'll be back with the Great American Bash.